Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Stranger Things. This episode 3, season 4. Hopefully, you guys have been enjoying the series so far. As I mentioned in the first 2 episodes, if you want to watch the full episode, the link is in the description. Just click on it, put the password in, and jobs are good. And the full episode is free for you to watch with me if you're interested in that. So last episode was interesting because obviously Eddie, he's kind of on the run because Chrissa has been killed. Now, what's interesting is obviously we know that he's innocent. She was absolutely possessed by somebody or some demon that's probably from the upside down, and she was levitating, her bones are cracking, her eyes are popping, she looked absolutely mental. And like I said, he's got scared and he's ran away. Now the police are looking for him. Dustin also is looking for him. Him and Max, you know, she come to him, she explained that she's seen obviously Chrissa and Eddie go into his trailer, and then she just seen that Eddie leave in a panic and drive off. And obviously Dustin's saying that he's not capable of doing that, and they need to find him, they need to get the answers. So with the help of Steve and Robin, they ended up tracking him down, and they did find him, and he said that they wouldn't believe him if he did even tell them. And he said, trials, mate, absolutely trials. And he explained what I just said, her body levitated, the bones were snapping, she died. And Dustin explained, look mate, you know, all the rumours that you've been hearing about Hawkins, they're not actually all rumours. Some of it is true. There is a world that's kind of underneath us, and it does sometimes bleed here into the present. And we thought we eradicated and got rid of all the monsters, but we mustn't have, mate, because it looks like they're still here. And it was interesting because Nancy, she was obviously doing digging. She was trying to get a report, obviously, on the murder and what's been going on. And she went there with Fred. And what was really interesting is when he pulled up to the police officer and he was speaking to him, mate, he started staring at Fred and he was like, "You're a murderer." And his face started going all crazy, demonic. And then obviously like Fred's scar started bleeding on his face, and he was panic stations, and then they obviously let them through. She started interviewing people. She ended up interviewing Eddie's uncle. He was saying that it's definitely not Eddie. You know, no matter what people say, he doesn't think he's capable of doing something like this. And then he ended up telling a story about like some previous killer in the past, how he done pretty much kind of the same thing that that happened to Chris's body. And he was saying, as far as I know, he's still locked up in this place, but maybe not, mate. Maybe it is the same person. I don't know. But while she was doing that, Fred, mate, he went into the forest. He heard the grandfather clock. When he went in there was loads of like people dressed in black. A girl pointed at him, shouting "murderer." He's ran off, mate. He's ran through the trees, come onto the main road. Cars flipped upside down. He's burning. Somebody's crawling out of it. He's panicking. Boom, mate. He's fell into a hole. In that hole is that scary demonic person. He's come over, opened his hand, put it over his head, just like we seen with Chrissa. He's levitated in the present. His body's all spassed out, cracked all over the place. He's fell on the floor. He's dead. Mad, mate. Honestly, it's really mad. And then we kind of ended the episode with that creature, so to speak. It was like he was levitating himself with like loads of strings on his back, and then he all unhooked and he dropped down onto the floor. And then we kind of like zoomed out and he was in a house that looked like it's possibly in Hawkins. So very, very fascinating. I just need to do a quick mention of Jim. You know, he is alive. We did see his story at the very start of the episode. And there's a prison guard that's willing to help him if they wire him or transfer him or give him 40k. George rang him. They were speaking. He said, "You got 2 days, meet me this place, bring the 40k. He's stuck right now, but I'll get him unstuck." And that is where we currently are with him. So we know he's alive and there's a chance we can get him out. And we also know all this crazy stuff happening. So I can't wait to watch, obviously, today's episode. Hopefully, you guys do enjoy it. If you do, please smash the like. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you do. And as always, let's jump into episode 3 of season 4 of Stranger Things. Imagine that happening. Be well confused, wouldn't you?
There were no signs of any attacker. It's as if her attacker was a ghost.
Something is going on in the town that nobody fully comprehends.
Everything that has happened in Hawkins can be traced back to Brenner's little pet.
11 is dead.
I'm not convinced.
So where has she been? All this time?
There are rumors she's alive. You can make this easy and tell us where she is. We can do this the hard way.
Maybe 11 is the key to defeating them.
I
Maybe
wanna
that's
know
what it
everything
is.
he's done and everyone he's spoken to in the past year.
See, that was interesting now. It's kind of making me think now that 11's going to be the key to taking down this kind of creature monster that obviously come here in the present, taking everybody out. She's currently not got her powers. We've seen a bash thingy up last episode with the skate. You know, hopefully she does regain them and then she goes at it because she looks mental. When she's got her power, she's absolutely sick.
Can you tell me your name?
Angela.
Angela. Do you know where you are, Angela?
Rinkomania?
I know this may be like upsetting and shit, but that future prom queen is gonna be fine.
Hey, at least it wasn't an ice skate.
That nose would have been sliced clean off. It could have been so much worse.
So much worse.
They're vibing them.
So there I was, head down the I-5, going to see a client out in Ventura. I'm looking for a motel. It hits me. Didn't the buyers move here?
This thing came up.
Can you pass me the olive oil? That's wine.
Turns out I have to go to a conference tomorrow in Alaska.
Your mom's going to Alaska.
You're going to Alaska? What's going on in Alaska?
The Britannicas are there. This girl got smacked in the head today at the roller rink. It was a plastic skate. No, it was like rubber.
Rubber.
Anyway, she looked like she's gonna be fine.
She's totally fine.
She didn't look fine.
Why is he chirping in here?
Is it the risotto? Everyone hates the risotto.
Absolutely not. No, it's incredible. What did you do? What did you do?
Trying to figure out like what he's doing. Like, is he trying to recruit like an army or something? I don't know.
Well, look who's decided to join.
What are you guys doing?
Preparing for the hunt.
And we're not killers like Eddie. And we just want to talk to him. If you're not up for this, you can go home. There's no judgment.
No. I'm good.
That was like a little test, but there was loads of them at the party, weren't there? Not just them three and him.
Some good news and some bad news.
All right, bad news.
We tapped into the Hawkins PD dispatch with our Cerebro, and they're definitely looking for you.
And the good news?
Your name hasn't gone public yet. I know everything that Dustin is saying sounds totally delusional, but we've actually been through this kind of thing before. Tarp!
Yeah, look at his body, mate. It looks crazy, that, doesn't it?
Did you look into Victor Creel?
Sorry, what's that?
Victor Creel. Wayne got an internet deal and I did this.
Miss Wheeler.
She's loving it. Just before we go into that, it's obvious, isn't it, mate? They should know now, obviously, by looking at that. First of all, that general or whatever it was that turned up in a helicopter at the start of the episode, he knows that it's not Eddie, because he said it's like a ghost. You know, there was no bruises, there's no like signs of stress, there's no fingerprint scratch marks or anything. Usually if there's a struggle, if someone's pulling someone's hair, you got fingernail scratches, you know, you got bruises here and there, someone's trying to grab you and pull you back. Not like a clean old body, like, and then they just been dead, you know, like bruised and battered. So interesting. And then they know that obviously surely not going to be in that same location where all the police are. Nothing to do with Fred at all, and this body's just absolutely been ripped up and mangled. Now, I do a good job with the makeup, though. It looks absolutely like ruthless.
Hey, guys, there is a 4 p.m. showing of Police Academy 3.
Maybe we just stay at home today.
Hey, that's cool. Hop's cabin, right? So, are we just not gonna talk about it? You know, I'm not exactly Mr. Popularity back at home. You've seen it. I've been bullied my entire life.
I am different. I do not belong anywhere. You were scared of me.
No, that's not true. I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do. I mean, it was so crazy. It happened so fast. I care for you so much.
The letter, mate.
You don't love me anymore. From Mike. From Mike.
You can't let these mouth breathers ruin you. Ruin us. I mean, they're nobodies. And you're a superhero.
To be honest, yeah, where else coming from? I get it. I picked it up instantly, just like that. As soon as I seen the flowers or whatever, it just said from Mike. It never said love from, and I picked up on it and said, oh, do you know what I mean? And now his letters, it's just said from. So I get where she's coming from. It totally makes total sense. But then when you listen to what he's saying, yeah, there in that room, you know, he's pretty much saying she's the best person that he's ever met. She's amazing. She's a superhero. You know, don't listen to any of them. They're trying to break us up. He used us quite a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's referencing, I don't know, like a united team, do you know, like togetherness, where obviously on paper and like words in terms of like affection, he might not show it as much because people are like that, aren't there? But I get where she's coming from. You know, she's kind of feeling distant and lonely, and the guy's not even showing her like how much he fully cares. He just speaks to her kind of like as a friend.
Hi, is Jane Hopper live here? Yeah. You may or may not be aware of an incident that happened last night involving Jane at the Rinkomania. You Jane Hopper? You have the right to remain silent.
Everything's gonna be fine. I am going to fix this. Okay, just stay calm, and everything's gonna be fine.
Oh, both of them are gone.
Do you think I should have just told them? What's so wrong to lie to them like that?
For what little it's worth, I think you did the right thing.
Ma'am, so sorry to interrupt, but you're gonna need to fasten your seatbelt.
Of course.
Что там копаешься? Уставший, что ли, сегодня? Свинья. Что ты сказал? Урод! Your Russian's getting better. I bring news from America. They're bringing your money to Alaska.
This pilot you found, you sure you can trust him?
His name is Yuri Ismailov. He's a smuggler. You're worried about your woman, is that it? I could see why you like her, American. Let me handle Yuri. You have more important things to worry about. You miss that plane tomorrow. I am still rich.
Заканчивай с этим америкосом, он на рельсе.
Сейчас. Я просто хотел приструнить его.
Yeah, too.
Doesn't make sense.
It's only a theory.
No, Fred and Chrissy don't make sense.
Why them?
Why them? Fred started acting weird the second we got here. On edge. Upset.
Max said Chrissy was upset too.
I don't know about you guys, but if I saw some freaky wizard monster, I'd mention it to someone.
Maybe they did. I saw Chrissy leaving Miss Kelly's office.
Whoa, Nance. Nance!
There's just something I want to check on first.
You guys take the car, check out this shrink.
I don't think you want me driving your car.
Why?
I don't have a license.
Why don't you have a license?
I'm poor. Us ladies will stick together. Unless you think we need you to protect us.
Hey, Jackie, she's going to go and look more into the guy that his uncle said. Oh, it's like expanding. Do you reckon he's looking for his next victim?
Go to that awful place.
Oh, this guy.
We're looking for Eddie Munson. He's in this band, if that's what you can even call this.
What are you doing with these douchebags?
You know these freaks, Sinclair?
They try to recruit me to their club, cult. Lucas, what the hell? Hey, man!
Where is he?
I don't know. Where is he? I don't know. Justin Henderson. Maybe he was calling around looking for Eddie. Maybe he found him.
Why did you hit her?
I don't know.
You don't know? She doesn't seem that upset about it, does she?
No, she doesn't.
Did you want to kill her?
I don't know.
You didn't know if you wanted to kill her.
No.
No, you didn't want to kill her. No, you don't know.
I don't know.
Jane Hopper.
You're gonna put her in jail.
A detention hall for juvenile.
It's such bullshit. I mean, she wasn't even trying to help.
Then what do we do?
I don't know. I guess we have to wait for Mom to land.
See, right, a fingerprint got taken, didn't it? It's now on file. I'm assuming that she's a registered human, though. I know that might sound ridiculous. I know that she's like an experiment and she could do all the powers and that. But surely she's got a standard normal DNA and, you know, she's just like another person that's been put on the system. It's nothing like hardcore or going to play a factor in it. You know, like when they run the prints and it's going to turn back like it's inconclusive or something. But it's going to be interesting because if she's going to get thrown into jail, like they just said, then, you know, Joy, she's not going to be back in Hawkins for a little while, you know, a couple of days, and who knows who she's going to find in there. She might get picked on again even more, but to be honest, I'm hoping that she can regain her power soon. That's what I would like anyway. It was funny when she was saying, did you want to kill her? She probably did, but because she couldn't with her powers, then she just thought about attacking her. You know, did you know she got a grade 2 concussion? Well, I hope I give her a grade 3 concussion, whatever that is. Do you know what I mean? So it's interesting. She's obviously gone here. They're not going to stop trying to find her. You know, Dustin's being tracked down now by, obviously, Lucas and his new little, basketball mates. I understand that guy's trying to find the person that he believes killed his girlfriend. It's kind of understandable. You can kind of get and relate where he's coming to, but, like, you can't go around, like, beating everybody up and hurting everybody. Innocents, just because, I don't know, they got an association with this Eddie, and if they don't know where they are, you can't just, like, beat them up. Consistently.
You and your husband have exciting plans.
We're seeing an old friend.
Imagine him being your husband. You need to make sure he gets on that plane, don't I? Oh, do you want the chain to break? It's like, fine, I'm here for one day anyway, just have it. Oh, that was a good changeover.
That means these murders predate 11 and the Upside Down by about 30 years, which makes spooky Victor Creel like 70 years old. Thought that by shot in the dark you were being modest or hiding something super solid up your sleeve that you were gonna wow us with later. Did I come off mean or condescending or something? No. It's just you seem annoyed.
All right, ladies.
I like her.
Here you go. Have fun.
I like Robin.
Do you have a minute to talk?
Yeah. Of course. Of course.
Your temporary insanity earlier today when you basically threw yourself at Nance.
That's not what happened.
Pretty sure
Okay.
that's what happened. It was pretty public.
I was just trying to protect a friend. A friend, Henderson, okay? Okay. I don't want to find her in the morning with her eyes sucked out of the front of her skull by this Vecna creep.
With everything that's happening, with all the murders, it's making everything worse again.
Do you think you're ready to talk more about that night?
Oh, kind of got the things that went into Billy.
I live next door to where it happened.
You know I can't talk about Chrissy or any other student.
She's not getting anywhere, is she?
The police totally have this under control. Can I use the bathroom?
Sure. Up the stairs to the left.
Steve, drive!
Okay.
So now what? We keep looking. Only so many places these freaks can burrow. Where the hell is Sinclair?
Are you guys looking for Eddie? Yeah, and we found him, no thanks to you. You found him? He's at a boathouse on Coal Mill Road. I think some real bad shit's about to go down.
Sinclair!
Lucas?
I'm looking for evidence.
I was looking for clues. Clues?
Innit?
What, freshmen think he's Sherlock Holmes or something? I found one. A clue. I know where Eddie's hiding.
Ballsy move, to be honest. Now, I was going to say, you know, if they pushed him a bit more, because he actually just was like, yeah, whatever, do you think you're Sherlock Holmes? Let's just bounce. You know what I mean? But like, I thought he was going to push him a bit more, you know, because it seems like every thing that they've done so far, he knows. So like, they talk about Eddie and D&D, he knows. Oh, it's my sister. Went to the band a minute ago, and he was like, Lucas? And he's like, oh, they tried to know me because of my sister, so he's used that twice. And then obviously they've come to this house looking for Dustin, and boom, he's inside. And it's like, every single time they go to a location or a place, he's always got some sort of connection, and they're not even picking up on it yet. They've not picked up on it. But Dustin did just tell him where Eddie is being... Did he tell him the actual location, or did he say he's been held at a boathouse in a certain place? So, I mean, it's interesting that he's actually just said that, because it's not as if like he's trying to buy time for Dustin or anything. I mean, he obviously knows that they're after Dustin, and Dustin just said they're going to a school, so maybe they are trying to obviously like deter them away from possibly finding his mate.
What do you do? What have you done?
Hey, kiddo.
Hey, kiddo.
Come on, we're here.
Huh?
Welcome to Alaska.
Oh, God. This is spring?
Do you know what's mad? It's like, this stuff happens somewhere in the world, do you know what I mean? There's people probably chained up right now doing this. But they're not snapped. Oh, look at that, mate. Does he want it so he can slide it off his foot? That's some ruthless stuff, that, ain't it, mate?
Anything juicy over there?
Nothing new. It's starting to seem like this was just a big waste of time. I'm sure he'll come pick you up, and I mean, I'm not really in danger here.
You do know that Steve and I are like totally not a thing. Weekly Watcher, I can't believe they have this. May I remind you that we are looking for information on dark wizards? If someone's gonna write about that, it's gonna be these weirdos. This vengeful demon killed family. Victor claimed this exorcism failed, but it angered this demon, which then murdered his family. Victor believed he was spared as a punishment.
It was Vecna.
just said that a second ago, didn't I, mate? I was just saying, like, what if it actually happened to him? Because, you know, back in day, you wouldn't have as much as, you know, like technology and stuff. And if you did tell somebody, you think, this guy's crazy, he's definitely done it. That is why, you know, we say last episode, or I think they even said before, mate, if you went to the police, they'd think you was crazy. Maybe if you go to a counsellor, they'd be willing to, like, listen a bit more. It's interesting. It's in that house, mate. He is. That Vecna, he's in that house, the demon. And, you know, that's the one, like they said, that was haunted him back in the day. The one that he took out all his family and left him as kind of like a punishment.
Breaking and entering into school to retrieve some confidential and extremely personal files? Just get your ass over here. Stat.
Holy shit.
Found it?
Yeah, and not just Chrissy's file. Fred was seeing Miss Kelly too.
Go around this way. Me and Sinclair, we keep going. Then we flank his ass from both sides.
Sorry about all the theatrics out there. I didn't mean to scare you. Roller skate thing? No. We'll make that go away. Don't even worry about that. I saw something I've been dreading for some time. Hawkins is in danger. It's like a virus. Each time it returns, it comes back stronger.
You sure Eddie was here?
Yeah. Good people, brave friends.
He's just gonna run off.
You fight your battle in the past. But I wouldn't be here if I didn't think this was the only way.
I don't have my powers.
What if I told you there was a way to bring them back? There are others who don't believe in you, who think you are the cause.
My friends in Hawkins, are they in danger?
Yeah, if you don't come with me, like, innit?
I'm afraid your friends at Hawkins are very much in the eye of the storm.
Max, I know something's wrong.
Yes, did I call it?
What you've been through, it's a lot for anyone.
This is why I'm here, because I believe you are our best hope, our only hope.
Let's dominate together. Save your friends, save the world, let's go. Shit, look. I called it before, didn't I, mate? Before we seen it in the files, I said she's next. Out the corridor there. Oh, it's just the clock right now.
Max.
Whoa, look at him, mate. You know, look bad then. Kind of like a White Walker. Crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, from going off the evidence of the first two episodes, Chris dead, mate. Fred, dead. Now we've got Max staying alive. Staying alive. She better have to anyway. I do not want her to die, honestly. I like her. You know, I could happily have a couple of others killed off on the side. Do you know what I actually like as well? Robin. I think she's really decent. And, you know, she went to the library with Nancy. He was looking at information, obviously, from what she found out from Eddie's uncle, where obviously he told a story about in the past. This has happened again, like it happened before, and obviously it's happening now. And he's saying that the last time he knew that the guy was still locked up, but she's obviously took a shot in the dark, like she was saying. It's not just the dark, it's getting a sniper blindfold, spun around 50 times and hoping that you hit the target. But she did, mate. It did work, because they found some old newspapers, they was reading it, and this has happened before. The person that obviously that they've had locked up, like you know, Eddie's uncle was saying, it seems like he's probably innocent, and what's happened is this demon's come, Vecna, he's come in and he's obviously possessed and killed all of his family. He's left him kind of like as a punishment, so to speak, and then obviously he's probably tried to tell his story. People thought it was crazy, he's been arrested and been locked away, but now he's come back. Like that guy was just saying there to 11, you know, every time you defeat one of these demons, one of these monsters, that they'll come back, but next time they come back smarter, they come back stronger, and it gets harder and harder to defeat them each time. You can see that he is still in the location of the same house, in the same story that he took over in the 1950s, it seemed like he was saying. So it's interesting that he's there again. If the smart and the, you know, well, Nancy is pretty smart. She might put two and two together because she is a reporter, and she will go to the location that house actually had the murders that happened. Because if she does go there, she will see that is where Vecna is currently at. Now it's interesting to see that he's got, like, let's just call them cables or arms attached to him, and he's elevated kind of like off the floor. But it kind of gives me Billy vibes, you know what I mean? When Billy died, the demon come in and then it like hit him with all of its arms, so to speak. And it's interesting, you know, it kind of looks the same. But, you know, we're talking about his sister, Max here. She's heard the clock. She's suffering from the same, you know, like the same, what would you call it? When you... I can't even, the same problems, you know, she get headaches, nosebleeds, she's waking up in the night, she's having to take, you know, like medication and stuff, she's struggling, and she's the next target. Now, I don't want her to die, obviously. I'm a big fan, really, of her, and I like her relationship with the characters. So, I'd rather her stay alive, like. But it's interesting that Lucas as well, you know, he's gone around with these guys who trying to find Eddie. He did take him to a boathouse after speaking to Dustin, jumping in his house, and obviously communicating him through the speaker. He's told him that he knew where he was, but he was going to the school, and obviously he's kind of give them false information, took them to the wrong boathouse, and then when they're in there, he's pegged it, mate. He's absolutely legged it. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they react as well when they find out that, obviously, like I said, in 3 different locations that they've been now, he's new information, and he's not kind of helped him. He's kind of tried to like play it off. So it's going to be really interesting going into episode 4, and I think episode 4 is going to be a really, really good one. So that's going to wrap up episode 3, season 4 of Stranger Things. Hopefully guys did enjoy it. So really interesting episode. We've got Hopper there, mate. He's looking to escape. You know, the day is coming where he's going to have to get on that plane. The guard's going to cause a diversion, it seems like. And obviously, he's got to be ready. Like he just said to him, mate, look, either way, make it to a plane, I get 40k. Don't make it to a plane, I get 40k. I don't really care, to be honest. And he's obviously, you know, he's going to the extreme, mate. He's just asked one of the inmates there to absolutely hit his leg with one of the hammers so he can pretty much like slide it through the cuff that's kind of on there, the chain. I thought he was trying to break the chain, and then obviously when he walked to the guards and he pulled it and it was tight, I was thinking, oh right, you know, like what's going on there? But actually it's like broke his foot or like broke his ankle. So he's managed to like squeeze it out of the, you know, out of the shackles. So again, very interesting. I can't wait to see next episode. I'm expecting the next episode to be crazy, to be honest. You know, the way we just ended it there with Max being called by Vecna, you know, it's going to be exciting. She's seeing the clock. I mean, where was everybody else though? You know, she was in the room with, was it Dustin and Steve she was in the room with? And then obviously she's ended the episode walking out into the corridor on her own after hearing the voice and seeing the clock into the wall. So again, it's going to be really exciting to see what's going on with her. You know, 11, she has kind of been arrested for attacking the girl from Angela from the school with the skate. You know, they kind of gone to the extreme. You know, oh, I've never seen this amount of blood before. That's what they were saying, like, at the start of the episode. It's like, wow, calm down, mate. Literally, it was only trickling all over. Should have seen all the blood, mate, that 11 done when she was the experiment and killed everybody in there. Do you know what I mean? She was kind of having, like, flashbacks and, like, traumatic, you know, like, PTSD, so to speak, in this episode. And obviously, when she was being transported to jail, we've got this guy pull up, take her, you know, sat her down. He's saying, look, mate, you know, there's many people in this world that believe that you are the bad person. You are one of the reasons why everything is going on right now. But I'm here to tell you that I believe you're not. You know, she was saying that, how do you know? And he's like, trust me, mate. There's a lot of bad things in the world, and I'm willing to put my life on the line to say that you are not one of the baddies. And it is true, you know. She said, well, I can't even help you anyway. I don't even have my powers. He's saying, well, I've been working on it. There's experiments, there's programs that we can do, and I think that I can help you regain them. And you've got a choice. You either come with us right now, or I could take you back to your friends, so to speak. But just by doing that, pretty much, you know, people are going to be in danger. You can either go back and you can be with your friends, but, you know, Hawkins, it's under a lot of stress right now. It's got, obviously, Vecna the demon there. He didn't actually say that, but he was saying bad things are happening there. And without you, we pretty much can't save the world. I believe that you're the key. You're the weapon that we can use as our advantage to take down all the threats that actually come and, you know, want to try and take us out. So he's seen her as a positive, a good vibe, you know, like somebody that can save the actual world, where, like, the person that turned up, like the Colonel at the start of the episode that was actually in search for her, he's kind of seeing her as the enemy and he wants to grab her, he wants to take her. I don't know if he wants to kill her or whatnot, but obviously he's got a different vision to the way we have. Now, Mike in this episode is interesting. You know, her and, you know, 11 and him, they're not really, like, clicking as, like, boyfriend and girlfriend, so to speak. She's saying that you've been signing off all your letters from Mike. No love, you show no affection. He even brought, when, you know, like, when he brought flowers to her, he just said from Mike. She was saying, obviously, she's feeling sad. Do you not love me anymore? And he's trying to say, like, of course I do. You're, like, the greatest girl in the world. You're so amazing. You're a superhero. Like, all these other people just trying to get into your head. Don't worry about it. Now, obviously, like words that he was saying is pretty much perfect, saying that, you know, like he loves her, but he never actually said that he loves her, and that's the thing that she's missing. And she had to make this tough decision at the end there, whether to stay or go. Looks like she's gone. I don't blame her. She's going to get her power. She's going to come back stronger, and she's going to be able to fight this Vecna, which has been kind of found by Nancy and Robin. You know, they've done some research and they figured out what's happened in the past, figured out the location that these murders, you know, like first happened. And like I was saying just a minute ago there, that maybe if they, you know, like go into it further, they actually go to a location, they'll possibly find him there, which again will be really, really interesting. So, first 2 episodes, obviously, we've seen 2 people die, Fred and Chris. This episode, we've seen no one die, but we see that Max is the next target. My question to you guys is, would you be happy if she died in the next episode, as it's staying continuous with the story and it's, you know, staying pretty much like thorough? You've been picked, you've been seen, you've been caught, you've been killed. And that is, you know, kind of what we expect if we're going into it. But she's also a great character. She's a big cast member and she's pretty lovable. So, like, it'd be pretty devastating. Like I said, the cast is massive and, like, people can die off. But, like, if people were to die off, I wouldn't pick her, to be honest, if I had to pick one. But it would be, oh my god, mate, I did not expect that, like, moment, which does generate views and people talking and publicity. So I can kind of see where they're going with it. It's really interesting. It's kind of like a big question mark being hung over us until we watch the next episode. So that is where we're going to end. I can't wait to find out. Hopefully you guys are excited for tomorrow's episode. If you are, please smash the like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.